So we continue from where we stopped. If you've gotten to this point, I would like to say I'm really very proud of you because programming is really not very easy. It takes some effort. So if you've completed this first step, I'm going to try to open a hub. So if you completed up to this place, then most likely you can complete the rest of the tutorial. So I'd like to remind you to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button. If you subscribe to my channel, we can do this together. So you will not ever miss out any update, especially when I make some tutorials that are easier than the one I'm doing right now. So please just subscribe so that you can motivate me to do this and we can do this together. Leave a comment below. If you have any challenge, let me know. If this video is okay for you, if you are learning from it, also let me know. It also motivates me to continue doing it. So let's now go to the next service, HR service, and HR service is exactly like the previous service we built, but we are going to actually build it together again from bottom up. Remember, in programming, the more you write, the more you do it, the easier it becomes for you. All right. So let's build the HR service now. So I'm going to actually close other ones. And again, I'm going to also follow the procedure step by step because this is a procedure-based class. If you miss out anything in my website there, you have all the procedures, you have all the codes that are there for you to use. All right, so now we go to the HR service. So I'm going to actually I'm going to collapse the admissions and go to HR. So let's say the step to follow. The step says create the HR resource class in the resources package. So I'm going to go to HR service and come here and just click on this place, right click and just choose new and choose class, and we are going to create it in the resources package. To do that, simply append .resources to the end of this of the existing package and then give the class a name, HR resources. So HR resources more like is the endpoints where requests come. So if say if a user goes to the client to the browser and types blah 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 blah, it goes to this place, right? So HR resources, I've created it, so just finish. Fine, this is it. And the next step says annotate the class with the the address controller annotation. So I'm going to make some room. Address controller. Okay, so the next step says annotate the class with at request mapping of /HR. So it means that if somebody wants to get to the HR department, this is where he'll go /HR, go to hospital information system or whatever the name of the system is and go to /HR. So I'm going to say at request mapping, and the request mapping is going to be at /HR. Okay, that's fine. Now remember we are going to always mark green what we are doing, so I'm going to mark this to as green. So add some hard-coded list of employees. So this will be employees, not patients, right? Yeah. So add some hard-coded list of employees. So this time we are doing it outside. So I'm going to say employee is equal to hard-coded list. So it's going to be lists of employees. Okay. Employees is equal to arrays dot as list. Arrays as list gives you a list as list. Arrays dot arrays. Okay, employees is equal to arrays dot as list. So, all right. So we need to do this. Okay. So having created this, so the next thing we are going to do is to create some new employees. An employee should have a name. Let's say if a name, ID, first name, last name, and specialty. Because an employee of a hospital maybe is a doctor or a nurse, so he must, or some physician, he should have a specialty. So say new employee ID. We've not created the employee class, so it's giving us error. So first name, last name, let's say Kyneton, that is me. And my specialty is meditech, medical technology, maybe. Medical technology is my specialty. So I'm working in this hospital and I'm a physician, but my specialty is medical technology. So we have another one, new employee. Okay, ID, let's just say E1. All right, another employee, E2. Let's call it Leela. Leela is a surgeon, so Leela Hardcastle. And his specialty is let's say optometry or surgery. I don't know about that. Let me just add a last one. New employee this time E3, and his name is going to be Prince. Okay, let's just say Solis Chooks, and his specialty is going to be dentistry. Okay, so I've added some hard-coded list of employees here, all right? So the next step, remember, it's good for us to follow the procedure step by step, add hard-coded list. I've done this. Create the employee class in the models folder. That is the next step. Create the employees class in the models folder. So simply come here and just create employees class, and now instead of using resources, just change it to models. All right, so we have employee ID, first name and last name, and specialty. So we say string private string ID, private string first name, private string last name, private string specialty. All right, so again, let's add a default constructor. So public employee. All right, so let's add the constructor using field. So right click and just go to source and just choose generate constructor using fields. So just say generate, and so it's coming to my table because I ate chocolate. So go to source, generate constructor using field. Say generate, fine. Oh, I already did this, so let me just take it out. I like removing this super here, so it makes it easier to read. The next thing I'm going to generate is getters and setters. So just go to generate getters and setters, and I'm going to select all, and I'm going to say generate. Okay, I've generated my getters and setters. Let me clear this place because I really don't like everything to be messed up. So it's better this way. All right, so let's go back to where we are. So we created employee class in the models folder. I'm going to mark it as green. Create get employees method and return list of employees. So create get employees method to return list of employees. The get employees method is going to be created. So I'm going to just say this. All right, so I'm just going to say public list of employee get employees. Okay, so all right, So we have this. So it's going to return list of employees. So I'm going to just say return because we already created some hard-coded lists. Return employees. All right. So let me take out this. Okay, these errors we are going to remove them once. All right. So the next thing we are going to do is check where we are. We've done this. We are now going to annotate the get employees method with the request mapping of /employees. Do we add annotation request mapping of /HR? Yes. We are going to add this with request mapping of /employees. Okay. Right. So let's check where we are. The next step is to done this. Create get employee by ID. So we've already created get employees that return the list of all the employees. The next thing is to create get employee by ID that actually takes an ID and searches out for that single employee. So I'm going to create it at this point. So let's go here and say public employee, just a single employee, get employee by ID, and it takes an ID of the employee and it's going to actually return an employee that has that ID. All right, so now we are going to use the stream API. So I'm going to say employee e is equal to employees dot string dot filter. So I like putting this in another line. So I'm going to say dot filter. Filter the employee such that the ID, that is the person ID, is equal to the ID of the employee in question. Get ID. All right. So I'm going to now say dot find any. What if it doesn't find? This answer always coming here. What if it doesn't find? And I'm going to say or else no. If it doesn't find anything, so it returns no. No. Okay. All right. Let's see where we are in the stream of time. So I'm going to I've written this. So I'm going to mark it as green. Annotate the ID parameter with the @path variable annotation. So let's see the ID parameter, which is this one. I'm going to annotate this with @path variable annotation. So the variable is ID. All right. So let's see where we are. Annotate the ID parameter with @path variable. We've done this. Annotate the get employee by ID with request mapping of /employee/ID. So get employees by ID is going to request for the variable ID variable in the URL parameter string. So you say /employee/2 or p2 or p1. So you're going to provide that parameter in the URL. So I'm going to annotate it with request mapping of /employees /ID. Now it's going to be a parameter because it's something that I'll be changing. All right, so I think everything is fine, and I'm going to go back to check where we are. Okay, we've done this. So test the HR service. Remember the port. So we are going to test the HR service right now. So let's import this. Control-Shift-O will import all the necessary namespaces you need to import. So why do we have this error here? Okay, we are going to just add a return statement, return E. Okay. So I'm going to save and I'm going to run the HR service. So just right click on it and just say run as and just choose Spring Boot app. Now we are going to test it. We are going to test it by checking if it returns list of employees and check if it returns a single employee. So let's see. So it says Tomcat started at port 8080. So we expected it to start in port 8082. So let's just verify here. We expected it to start several sports Spring application HR service. Okay, so we have an error here. It has to be equal to and not minus. So I'm going to save and I'm going to go here and restart this application. So I'm going to click restart HR service. So we don't want this starting in 8080, we want it starting in port 8082. So you can see it started in port 8082 as you can see here. So let's go ahead to test it. So I'm going to just come here. So I didn't know if the other admission service is no longer running. So let's go to port 8082 and I'm going to go to HR and employees. So you can see it returns all the employees, Kyneton, Lila, Soleil, perfectly well. So I'm going to try E3. So employees / E3 and it's giving me an error. Okay, so let's troubleshoot. So let's check, take all this. HR results, so we have employees. So we actually don't need a starting slash. No, we don't need it. HR employees ID. So it should work. So I'm going to save everything. I'm going to. So let's look at the error message that we have. That's fine. So let's restart and see. HR restart again. /HR /employees /ID. Okay, so let's go to check. So it says miss variable ID for type string. So let's see where it's coming from. Okay, so ID. So you can see it should be capital letter of ID. So that is the problem with Java. It's a strongly typed application. So I'm going to restart it again. And at this point, we should be able to have it working. All right, so I'm going to refresh the page and it finds it. So I'm going to try another one and you can see it works perfectly. So let's see where we are. All right. So we succeeded in building the HR service. I'm going to thank you for viewing and like to remind you to subscribe if you've not subscribed. Leave me a comment, tell me that this is okay or this is not okay, anyhow you feel. And if you are doing it and have challenges, also leave me a comment to let me know any problem you have and I'm going to support you. I would like to tell you I'm really proud of you because the program is really not easy. So if you are doing it and you got to this extent successfully, then kudos to you, thumbs up to you, you are really doing great. So we are now going to proceed to the next one, which is the pathology service. I'd like to recommend you do it yourself, pause this video, do it yourself, and then see how much you can do it.